Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, basketball fans of all ages, this is the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts, and we want to wish you the very best of mornings. It's an early one here in the north end of Boston, 8 a.m. tip-off. I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson, joined alongside Andrew Roy, John Mueller. Guys, it's Abington versus Hull. That's a rivalry in itself. Hull comes in at 4-3, Andrew, and some of their wins not so impressive. Yeah, Bridgewater, who Abington blew out, is the common opponent there. Tell us about those games.
It hasn't been close. Some weaker opponents, they've only beaten South Shore Votech, a noticeably terrible opponent, who they beat in last year's playoffs by 40 points. It was a completely terrible game.
Yeah, and Hull only beat them by 3 points.
Yeah, it was way too close of a game here tonight, with those two teams. So this game, I don't see it lasting more than a half.
Yeah, be over at halftime.
Well, they play the games for a reason, guys, and John, talk about the atmosphere and the mysteria that comes with playing at the TD Garden on the parquet floor, and what this means to the guys in green.
Yeah, this means a lot to them. You don't get this chance to play here that often, and one advantage that they do have is most of these players did play here last year in the playoffs, so those jitters could be gone, but there's still a lot of hype playing at the Garden.
Well, Hull is wearing their home white jerseys with blue white trim surrounding the blue numbers and lettering Abington, and they're visiting all green jerseys with dark green trim around the white numbers and lettering, and Abington wins the opening tip.
Colby Augusta has it out on the wing. Manny McGuire for three, and he hits it.
You'll notice those two three-point lines, guys. The furthest one, the biggest arc, is the NBA three, and we've seen some impressive shots in warm-ups, and specifically in the sixth grade game that happened right before this one. Some of the sixth graders hitting those NBA 21-foot shots.
And we got a foul here.
And we do have 3 referees in this game.
Yeah, I'll respect that in this kind of game. Foul on number 42 from the Hull.
This game, the first of 8 in the Andrew Lawson Foundation 2020 Invitational Tournament.
And that first free throw is good from Kobe Augusta. The second one is up, front rimmed.
4-0 Abington on top. Scoreboard camera recording.
Stolen by Will Klein. Tip pass. Taken right back by Hull.
A lot of back and forth as these two teams try to feel each other out, Andrew, and kind of get what the atmosphere and the pressure is going to be like playing on this legendary floor.
Yeah, it's awesome experience for everyone who gets to play on this, but for some of the players on the court right now, for example, point guard right here, Colby Augusta, this is his third time playing here. Those nerves of getting up on this court are just, I don't think they're there for him anymore.
They're definitely still there, but they're not as
bad. Because he got to play here with the JV team. Same with Derek Mello, also his third time here. The JV team, then the state semifinal game last year, and I'm back here again for this invitational game. It really is awesome that these high school students get to be on there 3 times. That's an incredible experience for them.
Floater, no good. Offensive rebound for Hull. Now reset up the offense at 7-3 Abington after a big 3 from number 5.
Cliff Jermaine.
Jermaine hitting a big 3-quarter mark 3 for the Green Wave. Only 7 on the shot clock. Corner 3 is no good in an uncontested grab for number 11 of Abington.
They're actually not a pass out there.
Yeah, not the most ideal pass. 3-pointer. Off the mark. Rebound by Cam Cody.
I think we're going to see a lot of NBA 3-pointers attempted.
Oh, yeah. If you had a chance to do it, why not? Take it, right? Talking about NBA 3-pointers, Will Klein with the crazy NBA range 3-pointer last year in the corner sent Abington to the state championship game. That was an exciting matchup.
It was.
Last year.
Derek Nuttall going on the line after a great play.
Another foul on number 42, Mike McDonald, his second.
He owns both of the team fouls against Hull.
And Derek's first free throw is good.
Now 8-3, 5:22 to go in the first quarter. As you mentioned,
Good.
as you guys mentioned, Abington played here in the playoffs last year.
Yes, they did.
You could kind of use this as a precursor, kind of a warm-up to that, as Abington could be expected to make another deep run in the MIAA tournament again.
They are 9-2 currently going into this matchup today, and they've been playing very strong. I would not be surprised to see them come back to the Garden, hopefully later this year. That's the goal.
The turnaround jumper for number 1, Mike for Hull. Makes it 9-5, Abington on top. Long 2. No good offensive rebound.
Strip though. Oh, for Abington up 9-5.
Wow. Off the top of the backboard, out of play.
Looks like Hull's running a zone full court press here.
Yep, so this play is going to go to Cam. Maybe not.
I think the man player runs to Cam. Derek gets out of it. Goes up, and we got a foul on the first shot.
Derek's a huge flopper, by the way. Just something to look at throughout this game.
That's fine.
Well, the key there is that
that was Mike Hall's third foul. We are currently 3.5 minutes into the game.
And his feet were in motion, so that's absolutely a block 10 times out of 10.
Definitely.
And this is Derek's second trip to the line. His first one is up and good. He doesn't miss a lot of free throws.
Yeah, he's been
probably the best free throw shooter this season.
He's had a great jump from last year. Last year, started the year on JV. Shouldn't have never bet on JV.
No.
Never once.
Yeah, he went from not even, coach saying, I don't know if we'll even have time for you to play, so just play on JV, to being their sixth man. And he had sixth man.
He was on the court in the last seconds of that game on the Garden. Like, he was one of the most impactful defensive players you have on this team.
Timeout called by Hull with 4:31 to go, trailing 10-5 to the Abington Green Wave. And 3 fouls, all on one player.
Like we were talking about before the game with how Hull's been playing this year. Hull has lost to Mashpee by 19 points, who was a game that Abington won by a decent amount, by a sizable margin. And then they were talking about the ED game, they beat them by 4, that's a good win for Hull. It's definitely a good win.
Cheerleaders for Abington showing up.
A little late, but still good to be here though. No problem with that.
Guys, you have personal relationships with a number of guys on this Abington Green Wave.
Tons of these people.
Talk about the chemistry that this team has been built around and why these guys are so successful.
Definitely. Last year, senior captain Bryson Andrews really brought this team together. They went super far into the tournament. Now with junior Derek Nuttall, who is very good friends with Bryson, plays that same mentality every single game, every single night. It doesn't matter how they're winning or how much they're winning and how much they're losing by. The intensity this team always brings, and it always is that one team. It's a team game. They don't care about who scores the most points. It's all about who's winning the game at the end of the day.
Yeah, man, it's 100% wire to wire.
Exactly.
The Pirates of Hull High School now within one position, 10-7 with 4 minutes even to go. And a nice block.
Yeah.
Hull retains possession, however. A jumper from the charity stripe, no good. Another offensive board. Second chance points are going to be huge in this one, and Hull's got 4 back-to-back offensive rebounds on that one possession. Finally, a missed shot, and the Green Wave come away with it. Cam Kearney in the paint, no good. Gets his own rebound off the glass, and an offensive foul is called.
Nuttall.
And Matt, we've been calling those stat padding.
Yes.
Cam. We say he misses those on purpose.
Cam is one of our good friends, and we fool him a little bit saying he's stat padding by constantly missing shots just to get rebounds. That's all he ever wants, it seems like. It's funny. I like it.
toss down low, and it's tipped up and brought away by Cam Kearney, host of the ever-popular Coffee with Cam announcement series for Abington High School.
I'm not a fan of it. Never have been.
Wide Open 2 is good.
Tommy Fernara.
3:15 to go in the first quarter. It is 12-7 Abington.
Talk about someone who really has improved this year. Tommy Fernara was one of the was he the only freshman I think last year, John?
Yep, he was.
He was the only freshman up on the varsity team, and now he's receiving serious minutes. Obviously showing good play out there. A lot of defense, very good on defense.
Antoine coming into the game.
Another young player, Antoine.
Who hit that wicked-long 3-7 game to overtime against Rockland last week.
Another 2 points for number 1, Mike Manchester. And we got timeout Abington.
Nope, that was out of bounds.
Out of bounds? Oh.
Let's talk about one of the other big advantages, guys, that Abington has over Hull specifically and a number of teams in the state. The height advantage. Cam Kearney at 6'8", Derek Newdall at 6'6". The tallest member of the Hull Pirates is 6'2". They're giving up a lot of height.
That's interesting, but Hull's been getting a lot of offensive rebounds in this game.
See, you weren't here last year to watch some of the games, but you think that's crazy? Last year, they had 2 people over 6'7". Cam and Eli Kramer were both 6'7" or taller. And they used to have one lineups with those two, Derek Nuttall, Matty McGuire, and Bryson.
And he was the shortest.
Everyone on the court was
6'4".
No, that's 6'4". At least 6'1". That's something you don't see in high school basketball, especially at the Division IV level.
Especially in public schools.
Oh, definitely. You don't see this kind of stuff. This team's very special. Foul on Antoine.
Going to get him for the block as he jumped in the air and made body contact.
Good foul, I think.
Made him shoot for it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Going to the line is number 22, Trevor McDonald, who is one of the tallest, tied for the tallest in this team. If that's their center, I hope Cam has a great game today.
First one, rattles home.
Let's talk about the other very important aspect of this particular game. Tip-off was at 8 a.m. or just before 8 a.m. This team was on a bus at 6 o'clock this morning, meaning the players probably had to get to the high school at 5:30, which means they had to wake up 4:30, 4:45, somewhere in that range. That's not a lot of sleep for a high school kid.
No. Oh, no, not even close. The Antoine with the N1. Yeah, John and I were on the team bus, actually, with the team, so we got a chance to talk with them a little bit. But they're all dead tired. All of them. He was there at 5:45 in the morning. I hope they're tired. That would be abnormal to not be tired coming in that early, but when they were here playing in TD Garden, why wouldn't you take the opportunity?
I'm sure,
go for it.
I'm sure a good majority of them didn't even bother sleeping last night because of the opportunity in front of them here today to play on the parquet floor.
This team is very fortunate to get a lot of time on this place, on this court. Tipped out of bounds off Tommy Fernara. Yeah, they're a lucky team. They get to do all this stuff.
And we took the walk just like the team did. We kind of came out of it where the Zamboni enters for Bruins games, and the whole garden opened up in front of us. That instantly gets the blood flowing in a cathedral such as this.
Yeah, this place is humongous. Being able to see where all these professional athletes play all the time. You get to see best of both worlds here. The hockey is still in the hockey form with the... The
only difference is that there's no extra riser set up. Normally, behind both baskets, there's a number of rows of seats.
We don't have that here tonight, but this morning, what am I saying?
3 comes up short. Offensive board for the Green Wave. An errant pass is taken by the Pirates.
Kind of an interesting lineup here for Abington.
Yeah, I've not seen this before. And we have an N1. Basket made by number 10, Max Iorio. Oh, I don't like that guy. I'm not gonna. I have a pass with that man. It's stuff that has happened in the past with soccer. Not the best of friends.
Well, Abington going with, we'll call it the smaller of the two sets. Cam Kearney is taking a breather on the bench.
You can call Derek.
Oh, what a nice finger roll.
Derek's technically considered a power forward center, or whatever you want to call him on this team. But he might be the most athletic as well. He's definitely one of the faster people on this team. It's just scary to see how he moves on the court. So strong as well.
Just there, he was getting triple teamed in the paint and still was able to grab his own rebound and throw up a shot that eventually fell. It's 19-17, Abington on top by 2 with about 40 seconds remaining.
I think they got to do a better job rebounding.
Definitely.
Boxing out.
Yeah, they're going to be very, a lot of offensive rebounds. There we go. Also, their lineup is quite small right now, but usually it isn't that small. Shot off by Tommy Fanar. Hold it for the last shot, said by Hull coach. Abington only up by 2 points right now, 19-17.
10 on the clock, so Hull's going to move fairly quickly now with 5.
He wants the ball for himself.
Now with 3, he's going to throw up a shot now. And his last second, too, is good. They are going to count that. So we're all tied up at the end of one, guys. 19-19, the Hull Pirates, the Abington Green Wave in Game 1 of the Andrew James Lawson Invitational Tournament here at the TD Garden. Another aspect that we got to talk about, the baskets themselves here at the Garden.
We're behind it.
Instead of the normal high school where they come from the ceiling, these are on the court. They kind of go up, and they're a bit taller than the high school level. I believe they're 2 feet taller than the rims, at rim level that is, than at Abington High School and high schools around the state of Massachusetts. So I always call the first quarter the feeling out period. You want to see what the other team's strategy is going to be, number one. And number two, with all that space behind the basket that you don't normally see, you kind of have to adjust yourselves on the fly.
Yeah, Abington, with the new high school we have, one side of the court there is a little bit of an open area. There's another
student section.
Student section area. There's a little bit of room behind it, another gym behind it. So they have that feel a little bit, but not to the extent we have here tonight. And I have it on both sides now. This place is ginormous. So all that extra room, it definitely plays a part. It has to. It is a new environment that they're not used to.
So Hull Pirates doing their best to stay in it. Expected to be a blowout. But at the end of one, I mean, you play the games for a reason.
I guess so. I mean, I'm always hoping for a blowout in every single game. Big Abington guy, so.
Cam Kearney back into the game along with Will Klein. Coach Reno probably wants to see more offensive boards.
Definitely.
Kearney immediately parking himself in the paint underneath the Hull basket. Now he steps out to the three-point arc as the Green Wave go into a full zone defense. Hull not a lot of space to move as it's a pseudo zone press
kind of
in Hull offensive zone.
And can't get the defensive board there.
Good pass.
Good block
by Colby.
Pass taken by
and the
Antoine.
turnover.
Antoine finds Cam. Cam finds Tommy. Goes hard to the rack and he gets fouled from behind.
He was thinking shot as soon as he got his hands on the ball in the corner.
Oh, definitely. That foul will be on number 13, Daniel Punctured. How to pronounce that?
Let's talk about the play that set up that sequence. Way back on the other side, that block. That's a loud block.
Especially from Colby.
Yeah. Colby's the tallest person I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
So, that's a pretty impressive block there.
Tommy's second one from the strike. No good, 0 for 2.
Unusual for him to do that.
7:05 to go now in the second quarter. Abington 2 short fouls away from being in a bonus situation for the remainder of the first half. Kearney comes up with the block and the steal.
Yeah, I don't want anyone's trying to go at him.
Especially with the height difference.
Yeah, you try to get away from him.
For those keeping score at home, Cam Kearney is 8 inches taller than the tallest Hull player. Short jumper, no good. Offensive board following his shot.
I do want to say, though, it says that he is 6'8" on the roster. He is not 6'8".
Big three from just about the corner.
That's the opposite side of where Will hit the shot last year, sending him to the state championship. He knows this court well. He's had many great memories on this court.
Good double team from Abington.
Short three from high school range is good for number 13 of the Pirates.
Daniel Punchard.
That ties it back up at 22 apiece with 6 minutes even to go in the first half. Bacon dunk. He wanted it, but again, that about 2 foot height difference between the rims at Abington High School, where these players are used to getting up to the rack.
I believe it's the same height. I want to say they're both 10 feet. Right, Johnny, I believe so?
I think so, yeah.
I think they're 10 feet.
In and out after rattling around.
Got a foul. Mostly by number 13. A foul on number 13, Daniel Punchard.
Cam Kearney going to line.
Listen, they have down Cam at 6'8". That is...
He's 6'7".
He's 6'7". All right, that's not true.
First one, nothing but net.
I see Cam every single day.
Well, it's like Zdeno Chara. They say he's 6'11". That's when he's wearing skates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cam is 6'7" with the shoes on. I'm pretty sure we know that. And Derek is not 6'6". Derek might be 6'6" with the hair, actually. With the hair, Derek might be 6'6".
2 for 2 from the line.
Max Iorio will bring up the ball. Floater. No good.
It's a terrible shot selection. Kobe attacking the rim.
That's going to be an offensive charge. I saw it. He had his feet planted and he took all the contact.
Yeah, that was a good call.
It was the right call. That's a lot of flop. That's a whole lot of flop.
Timeout by Hull.
We got 5:21 to go in the second quarter. It's 26-22. The Green Wave leading the Pirates of Hull High School in Game 1 of the Andrew James Lawson 2020 Invitational here at the TD Garden. I'll call it a good warm-up game for a potential deep playoff run for the Green Wave.
Definitely.
And, playing last year on this court, the players that remain from last year's team, that's important, getting as much experience as they can in the big arena and with the different baskets, all the room behind it, playing in the aura of the TD Garden.
Exactly, yeah.
But for this team that's expected to make a deep playoff run in the MIAA tournament, getting that regular season game in here could be an extra advantage when it comes time for the tournament.
Yeah, so far, the leading scorers of the game. For the Green Wave, the leading scorer, Matt McGuire. Derek Nall also has 5. And for the Hull Pirates, Trevor McDonald and Mike Manchester both with 6. With Daniel Punchard with 5.
.5:21 to go in quarter number 2. 6 fouls against the Hull Pirates. One more will put Abington in a bonus situation, a 1-and-1 for the following 2 fouls after that. After those 2, it'll be a double bonus situation for the remainder of the half. The score has been adjusted. It's 24-22. Abington, before that timeout, it was reflected 26-22. So the refs
Noticed the problem.
bucket put up and quickly fixed it at the scorer's table. Meanwhile, a lot of play off of Hull. The pass had too much mustard on it. Abington takes over.
Bad pass there.
The Green Wave had the numbers in the paint. It was 3-on-2.
What a shot.
Pass will come away with Donald.
Long pass and able to break free of any contact is number 2 of the Green Wave. Corner, thinking 3 now, inside for Cam Kearney. His bucket no good.
He kind of hacked up all in there.
A little bit of stat padding, 2 offensive boards there for Cam Kearney.
Is this shoe all good? Is this shoe falling apart?
A whistle and a stoppage. I think it came untied. Kearney did go down at just about half court and started messing with his left shoe.
Yeah, Denton all come back into the game for the Green Wave. This is a little taller lineup now, running in the 3 tallest players on the team. I enjoy seeing that.
So I'm popped out of bounds off of Hull, the double team on the ball. So Abington will inbound in front of the Pirates bench.
About half of the quarter left here. Another 3 from Matt McGuire. Have a game. Awesome start for him. And we got the Hull Pirates. Ball top of the key.
Good screen there.
Definitely. That NBA 3 drills it.
That was an NBA 3. It was deep, but
11 points so far with Trevor McDonald. Playing very strong.
Hull's got their first lead in a long time, 29-27, and as I say that, Abington ties it back up.
Right away, Donald with a 2.
The teams have really seemed to settle down here in the second quarter and find their respective rhythms.
Get a little more comfortable. Probably also waking up.
It is 8:23 a.m. as of this moment in real time.
Ooh,
Good step around, short jumper is good. That was beautiful.
good play by Will. The football star this year who ended the year with 2,000 all-purpose yards and over 20 touchdowns. Had a year.
NBA 3.
Nothing but oxygen.
Blocked by Cam.
Goes to the head for Maddie. Maddie finds Cam. Maddie. Maddie finds Cam.
Cam Kearney giving Abington the emphatic lead, 33-31 with an explanation point.
Abington up 2. 33-31.
Real deep. Not close. And he shoots the ball under the net.
Abington comes away with the loose ball.
Nice play by Antoine and Will Klein.
Klein with the layup, a good no-look bounce pass to set that up. 35-31.
Nice
Abington
job
with
by
a
Will
possession
Klein
lead.
stealing that ball. Maddie with it.
He's thinking NBA 3 off the rim. And then a couple of bounces.
Why not?
And Hull's going to try to stop the bleeding with a timeout. 1:38 to go in the second quarter. It's 38-31. The Green Wave leading the Pirates.
So far today, this game has been completely controlled by Matty McGuire. He has not missed a shot yet. He's 4 for 4 from three-point range.
Yeah, Abington's starting to get into their rhythm.
Absolutely on fire right now. He's playing out of his mind.
Starting to feel it. Oh, we have the Abington School officers here as well.
Where are they?
Officer Lynch, they're right now the cheerleaders.
Oh, nice. Those are some awesome guys.
Yeah.
Glad to have them in here.
And they did go to the Gillette.
They did, yeah. They're awesome people to have around the school.
Yeah.
They're great.
Well, the rest of the schedule of events for the 2020 Andrew Lawson Foundation Invitational. At the conclusion of this game, it's girls Belmont and Pembroke. After that, Scituate and Hingham. Norwell and Hanover. Waltham plays Weston. Somerville at Algonquin. Acton Boxborough versus Lawrence. Pingree at Kingswood, Oxford. and Pingree at Ashland rounding out the day. 8 back-to-back games here at the TD Garden put on by the Andrew Lawson Foundation.
And Abington keeping the same lineup on the floor.
You can see, guys, what that inflection of size did for the turnaround of a momentum and really helped the Green Wave settle down. Cam Kearney down low with
they're starting to get the rebounds.
A number of rebounds, but guys, the real story here is the steals and the blocks that have been set up by Abington's defense.
Exactly.
And the Green Wave has successfully turned those into transition points.
Then we got a foul here. Foul on number 4 will climb.
And don't get me wrong, Abington's a great offensive team, but I'd say they're better on defense.
Oh, yeah.
And they're starting to show it.
You have the size of Derek and Cam, and then you have the wing play, people like Will, Antoine, Tommy.
Colby.
Exactly. All of that. All those people right there, just they got an awesome defensive core on this team.
Will Klein taking his time.
Another three-pointer. Cam with the rebound, right back up and in. Cam Kearney up to 5 points tonight.
All working their way, or at least trying to work their way inside. They're having problems breaking the perimeter, and Abington is able to steal it, and a foul is committed by number 11 of the Green Wave.
Derek Nuttall.
Not liking the call.
He doesn't like any call.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Gabe Spry coming in.
Yeah, put in Gabe.
For Derek Nuttall.
Love to see it.
Hall in there 1-1.
That's an interesting ruling because
No 1-1.
yeah, that's not
Hull is not in the bonus.
They're
Yeah,
not,
they've
yeah.
only got
the five hours for Abington. 7 is the is 1-1 and 10 is the double bonus.
Yeah. Good job from the table waving it off.
and it wasn't nearly in the act of shooting, which would be 2 shots.
Yeah, not even close. The ball was going the opposite way.
Cam's picking him up at that.
Well, that's why they've got 3 officials on the floor. And again, Hull having problems breaking the perimeter and getting inside. 10 on the shot clock, 17 in the half. Now 3 on the shot clock. Gonna throw it up. Long 2. No good as the buzzer sounds for the shot clock violation. Abington has a fresh inbound and a stop clock with 6 seconds to go. Now 3.
Who's got to put it up?
3 is the buzzer. Go! And it's good! And it's going to count a buzzer beating 3 for Klein from the 3-quarter mark. And Abington goes into the break with a 10-point lead, 43-33. You couldn't ask for a better end to the half than that.
Abington up 10 now after that 3-pointer. This is what I expected. I expected the dominance of this game to be in all Abington's favor. And that's what we got. So I'm hoping they finish out this game the same way they started.
John, as mentioned, the team started out very slow, was tied at the end of the first quarter. Both teams really put on a show in the second quarter. Abington coming away with a 10-point lead. Talk about what we've seen in the progression of the first half.
Yeah, they've just stepped up their defense. Like, they've really stepped up their defense, stopping Hull from even getting into the paint. They've been past the 3-point line, and they're just starting to play Abington basketball. And just got to say, Will Klein, he has a clutch gene.
Oh, sure. Exactly. It doesn't matter what the time is. That man, he doesn't feel any pressure.
Yeah.
When the team needed most, he's hitting those big shots.
Well, it's 43-33 at the half of Game 1 of the 2020 Invitational tournament here at the TD Garden, the Andrew Lawson Invitational. We're going to step aside, take a short break, and bring you second half action right after this.
Don't let me show evil, though it might be all I take. Show me love, show me love, show me love. Yeah, I got a crick in my neck, limp in my step, cramping in my muscles every time I try to flex. Better than ones get on. But if you throw me love, I'll throw you some more. Let me show cruelty, the hand of love can hate. And don't let me show evil, though it might be all I take. Show me love.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate. It's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
Hello and welcome back into the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts for second half action between the Hull Pirates and the Abington Green Wave. Once again, I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson, joined alongside Andrew Roy, John Mueller. Guys, quite the first half. Abington comes in out of the break with a 10-point lead, 43-33. Andrew, give us some of the first half stats.
Leading scorers we have here, Matt McGuire, who's been on fire so far today, 12 points, all 12 points coming from the three-point land. Will Klein with 8 points for the Green Wave, while Dylan Null has 7. For the Hull Pirates, it's a one-sided affair with them. Trevor McDonald, who has been dominating performance here for the Hull Pirates. He also has 12. He's been doing whatever he wants, basically. Taking any shot he wants. He can shoot from 3, get him down low. This is a very good game for him. Hopefully he can play his team around.
And if Abington keeps playing like they did in the second quarter, this game, the Abington has this one in the bag.
They do. The first quarter was very tight, though. Very tight first quarter, tied up at 19 in the first. But then Abington went away and got a 24 to 14-point second quarter that put them ahead here. We got the starters for Abington out on the court.
Derek Nuttall, Cam Kearney, Will Klein, Kobe Augusta, and Matty McGuire.
This is game one of the Andrew James Lawson 2020 Invitational here at the TD Garden. Andrew Lawson had this foundation established in his memory. He had Down syndrome and was 27 years old when he passed away from a 2-year battle with cancer. Grew up in Norwell, right on the South Shore area, and attended the Norwell Public Schools, graduated in 2008, and the reason that this is a basketball tournament is that Andrew benefited from inclusion in both academics and sports, and he loved nothing more than watching the Celtics and playing basketball. He was a 3-sport athlete at the high school, and when you talk about inclusion and stuff like that, 3 sports for a kid with Down syndrome.
That's awesome.
That's very everything. Kudos to the Norwell Public Schools for making that happen. And Andrew received the Heroes Among Us Award from the Boston Celtics in 2008 in recognition of all of his achievements. And he is the first person in Norwell High School Athletic Hall of Fame history to be inducted as an athlete, a coach, and a friend of Norwell Athletics.
That's awesome. That's his heartwarming right there. You see all of that.
Andrew was inducted into the Special Olympics Massachusetts Hall of Fame in June 2017. Some scholarships being handed out at center court. A couple of Hull High School soon to be.
C6 Bill taking some pictures. He's out here in this early morning.
Awesome to see him out here. He's always here, what was saying.
Some inclusion awards, it looks like, for the Hull High School athletic department.
Second half already gets started up.
As quarter 3 starts to get underway. It is 8:45 in the morning. If you're wondering why the first quarter was started out as slow as it did, that would be the reason. This guy tipped off right around 8 a.m. The kids were up probably around 4:30, 4:45 this morning. And in the second quarter, you really saw Abington's legs and bodies start to feel more awake. A 3 from just above the corner goes around the wall out.
He should be going to the line.
Cam Kearney grabbing the rebound down low was grabbed.
Oh, let me tell you, Max area. Karen's free throw form is something to see. The long pause in the middle.
First one's good.
And Cam Kearney, the tallest member of the Abington Green Wave, listed at 6'8". That's when he's wearing sneakers, right, Andrew?
Yeah.
You can maybe say that. I say 6'7".
Second
He says himself.
For comparison's sake, he's still more than a foot taller than I am. So he could say that he's 7 feet, and I believe him.
Yeah. Comparison's sake, he did stand back to back with Paul Pierce at the award ceremony last year.
And was taller than him.
It was taller, yes.
What a drive to the bucket.
Yeah. Driving hard.
And no one back. And that was Matty, though.
Good pump fake to get the jump, and the short jumper is good. 10-point lead for Abington, 47-37, 7-10 left in the third quarter. Hull wearing their home white jerseys with gold trim around the royal blue numbers and lettering. The Green Wave wearing their visiting all green jerseys, green shorts with silver trim around the white numbers and lettering. Corner 3, catch and shoot. Off the mark.
Out of bounds, Hull ball.
And one thing worth mentioning, guys, the run of success of Abington High School athletics. It's the whole athletics in general. Basketball, they made the state title game last year, I believe. They did. A football team has won like a dozen Super Bowls in the last 15 years or something similar to that number.
They won what? They won 4 lately. It's been impressive.
Since I've been
Jumper for Jay, not all.
The jumper from the charity stripe is good.
The Abington Athletics program is just, I keep saying we're done. The class of 2020, our class, should be inducted into the High School Hall of Fame for how good the whole class has been at every single sport. The softball team has won a state championship. The basketball team made the state championship. The football team has won a state championship. The Frisbee team has won a state championship. Baseball team went to the sectional finals last year.
Buzzer beating 3 to beat the shot clock with 6 minutes to go.
There's so many accolades that this class has had.
What a spin move there.
Impressive.
Kearney down low using his height to his advantage. 51-41. The Green Wave leading it.
Hoping to add another championship with this team, though. They had the talent to do so.
Corner 3 is good as Hull starts to come alive. A run of success seen only once before, and that would be right here in the city of Boston with the Red Sox, Bruins, Celtics, and Patriots. I believe it was it 14 titles since the year 2000?
It's something like that. It's how we gotta count that out. Celtics have won.
I'd say 6 Super Bowls.
Sox have 4. Bruins have 1. So I think 12. It's 12.
12.
12th, yeah. 12th or 2000s, that's crazy. That's what success we have in this this city is crazy.
Hull seems to be taking their time on offense, kind of setting stuff up.
What I'm most surprised about...
Throw down, Derek. Donkey. Yeah, first down.
It looked like he was going to struggle to get up there for a brief second,
Yeah.
but he did get to rim level. Now another turnover for Hull.
Yeah, he was kind of indecisive there.
It's one thing I'm surprised at thus far in this game. I believe we've had no travel calls, no double dribbles.
That is shows good basketball, honestly.
Yeah, no jitters really.
Yeah.
You would think, you know, the stage being set here at the TD Garden and it being so early in the day.
Yeah, it's very early.
Timeout by Abington.
It's not facing anything though. They're all ready to go.
It is 55-43. Abington up by 12 with 4:25 to go in the third quarter.
The Abington cheerleaders out in the court now. Everyone's getting out to be here today. It's awesome. Whole community event.
There's about a month left in the regular season for MIAA high schools.
And at the conclusion of the regular season, there will be the Sean P. Cotter tournament at Abington High School. And both boys and girls teams are competing in that. And Andrew and I will be there.
Of course we are.
As always.
Every single home game, you count on us to be there.
Yep.
That's how we do it.
Abington doing 4 across. Their double pick play.
Oh, for Cam, he was making his way to the rack. And it took 3 Pirates to slow down Cam Kearney in the paint.
Yeah, it did.
And he gets fouled.
And that's how his temper is coming back to life again.
No foul there. Just a jump ball.
That would have been electric if Cam had hit that catch.
Yeah.
It's normally called a catch and shoot, but that would be a catch and dunk.
Yeah.
Good old-fashioned alley-oop.
Hull again having issues breaking the perimeter. They throw up a 3 off the front of the rim, no good.
They got a foul. Easy one to call there. Foul on number 1, Mike Manchester.
Halfway through the third quarter. Inbound to Will Klein.
Not a lot of fouls.
And it's going to the line. Talking about fouls there. There's one right there.
Right there. Only that's the 3rd foul against Hull in this second half. None called on the Green Wave through the second portion of this game.
Antoine going to line. First one's up. Nothing but net. I believe this is his first time at the strike. Brady Therian checking in the game for Matty McGuire. Second one,
2 for 2. Nice shot, barely even moving the net as it fell through.
Those are the best kind of shots. Pass it
Corner 3. NBA range is good.
42, Mike McDonald.
You know, the big guy in the corner.
Getting taxed the net.
I feel bad for number 42. He's got ran over. That's Mike McDonald's 4th foul, I believe. If my stats are correct, I believe that's his 4th foul.
He's going to come out for at least a breather here with 3:25 to go in the third quarter. Abington leading 58-46. Well, they're going to leave McDonald in, and
No, they put him out. Yeah, number 42. He was on the bench. Give him a little bit of a break. He's in foul trouble as well.
The second one's in and out. Pickpocket by Will Klein.
big run in alone. Lee lays it up and in.
Klein for 10 points tonight. I can say tonight. I keep thinking it's like a night game. That's how all games are, but it's morning game.
Green Waves starting to roll. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. It's 60-46, a 14-point edge.
The high scoring game. Real high scoring. 60 points already.
Well, I mean,
3, no good.
when Will Klein's already at 10 points.
Yeah, Brady's flirting with the ball.
With the signature purple shoes.
Udall working his way in, called for steps.
There's the first travel.
That's the first travel.
First one. Put it in Sean. And Seamus. Surprised they're already giving a ton of bench players minutes. So is the third quarter.
Once in a lifetime opportunity, you have a 14-point lead. Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, that is right. Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised they haven't had Seamus. He's been kind of a big role on the defense.
Defensively has been great.
Yeah.
That's a block for Kearney, but contact down low. I believe they're going to get number 10 here for the block.
Seamus Schmidt.
Yep, that's right.
Schmidt called for the push down low.
Hey, he's now on the scorebook.
Matt McGuire going to be checking back in. First one's no good. For number 22 on hole. Cam Kearney taking a break. Probably a good call if it does get close. Then put Cam back in. Brady Therian also coming out. For I believe Antoine. Tommy Fanaro actually.
Second free throw is good to bring the Pirates within 13, 60-47 the score.
Nice spin move. Can't finish though. Tommy get him back. And he got a charge.
That's fundamental basketball right there. Similar to what we saw in the first half, but going the other way. You plant the feet, you take the contact. Never feels good to get laid out like that. But you negate the hollow shot and get possession. Down low.
And, he can't finish.
Sean wanted that one. Good screen there.
Long shot is good. A long two. His foot was.
That's the worst shot in basketball. Foot on the line is the worst shot in basketball. They step back a couple inches, man.
Meanwhile, short jumper is good for Abington. 62-49 rather. 1:23 left to go in the third. Green Wave trying to come up with yet another steal. Now an NBA range three is well short. Uncontested rebound to number 5 of Abington.
Matty McGuire.
McGuire simply in the right place at the right time for that one. He shot a couple bounces off the rim, no good. Under a minute to go here in quarter number 3. Bad angle layup, no good. A lot of missed shots, a lot of stat padding as we're calling it. Lots of rebounds to go.
Over the back foul on Sean.
Another Green Wave substitution. In comes number 4. Will Klein back in the game.
Matty D'Ambrosio checking in.
down low, and Klein comes up with the steal. 23 seconds to go. Shot clock off. Punched out. Hull has it. It's a 3-on-1 up court for the Pirates. A behind the back pass. Trying to get flashy here on the parquet floor.
Too fancy down.
It's not the way to do it.
Yeah.
11.8 seconds to go. Abington takes over on downs. Leading by 13, 62 to 49.
Gotta get some pictures. I forgot. Gotta make sure I get a couple. Gotta save them, right? Save this moment up here.
Good strategy by the Green Wave, letting that ball roll in before picking it up and starting the clock. Working his way in. A layup is off the glass and in for number 2. Colby Augusta. 64 to 49 to score, a 15-point lead for Abington over the Hull Pirates at the end of the third quarter. John, we'll start with you. Abington kept it rolling there in the third, kept up the momentum from the second, kept the blood flowing, and got some of the bench players in to get some experience on this Garden floor.
That's great, and it's even good for like later on in the season. That's bench players showing that they can keep a lead and getting put into a game relatively early. Abington just honestly they just need to keep rebounding, playing the defense that they have, and they'll have this one in the bag.
Yeah, solid 15-point lead here for Abington. It's like I said, I thought this would be. Thought Abington pull away at a certain point. I'm hoping they get about over 20 soon. Completely take over this game.
Who's want to read off some stats, Andrew?
Yeah, sure. I'll get some stats off for everybody. The leading scorer of the game is now Derek Nuttall with 14 points. Matty McGuire has 12 with Will Klein with 10. For the Hull Pirates, it is Trevor McDonald still. He has 13 points. And Nathaniel Punchard, who has 11.
Abington has their starters. Oh, nope. All their starters except Colby Augusta. Tommy Fenar's in for him to start this fourth quarter.
I know Colby hasn't been feeling the best this week.
Yeah, both teams, girls and boys varsity, both dealing with injuries but mostly the flu.
It's the flu game.
The flu's been going around our school like crazy. We had 109 kids out yesterday.
Cam for 2.
And I'm sure putting all the starters back in with a bench that's so deep is more of a, especially with the height, more of a defensive, don't let them score.
Yeah.
If you have an open shot, take it, but let's not do anything fancy and get out of here without any injuries, most importantly.
Exactly.
And with a win.
Yep, I think they're just going to keep him in for at least halfway through this quarter and then just let the bench have some fun. Just got to ensure the win first.
Corner 3 well off the mark, and it's Klein in the paint uncontested. Nuttall handing off.
Good screen from Cam.
Matty along 2. Can't get it. Derek with the rebound. Right back up and in from Derek Nuttall.
68 to 49, the Green Wave running away. This Hull all game has had issues breaking the perimeter, getting it inside 2-point range, and especially in the paint. The paint has been dominated by the Abington Green Wave. And even there, you had an uncontested layup opportunity for McDonald, and Cam Kearney grabbed the uncontested rebound down low.
Kickball violation called by the refs. I think for me, decided I will be we'll do an interview post game. Or we're grabbing Derek Nuttall for the interviews here today.
Yeah, I agree.
He's a guy who loves being on camera, and he's playing absolutely great game.
I know he does some good interviews too.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Kearney down low off the glass and in.
He enjoys being on camera as well.
Oh yeah, he loves it. Drew Donovan checking into the game for the Green Wave.
He's been playing great on the JV team. Getting time to
Kearney
shine.
yet another rebound.
Step at him. No, I'm just kidding.
It's got to be close to a double-double already, if not.
He's already.
Yeah, he's probably already at that.
The only question is points.
Points? That is good. 13.
Alright,
he's fine.
He's double-double.
Yeah, he's double-double. Definitely.
Number of steals and blocks as well for Cam Kearney.
Yeah.
Uncontested corner 3 is good. Money by Manchester.
Derek with the ball. Come on, Derek, take a 3.
I know, he wants to shoot it, but
I don't think they're covering out wide, Lewis.
Short jumper is good for 72-52. It's now a 20-point lead for the Green Wave over
My
the
prediction
Pirates.
seems to be doing pretty solid until this game. Stolen by Will Klein. Good defense there by the Green Wave. Oh, he didn't touch it. Flippity floppity.
It's interesting that they didn't call diving on that.
Yeah.
Because he went down
Before it came, it was sort of a foot away from him.
before. I think it was Klein in on the drive. He was 2.5 feet away from him
Yeah, and he started falling.
when he started his descent to the floor. We got a timeout called with 5:04 to go in the fourth quarter. It's a 20-point lead for Abington. 72-52, the Green Wave lead over the Pirates of Hull High School. We're going to be talking to Derek Nuttall after the game, having a phenomenal day here at the TD Garden.
Talk about the turnaround story of Derek Nuttall. Last year, you weren't here for many of the games last year, Matt. But Derek was constantly around 5 points. He was never really a scorer. He was just the
defensive guy.
Big team player kind of thing. This year, he's just taken over. He is, I believe, he's currently 6th in the league in points per game.
Yeah, he is.
He has, I think, like 14 a game or something like that. Something in that range. So he's playing very good this year with multiple 20-point outings. He currently has 18.
I'm sure this is going to be the point where we see at least some of Abington's bench come onto the floor.
Looks that way. Drew Donovan, Andrew McCluskey in there. Along with Matty McGuire, Tommy Fanara. I'm not seeing the 5th. And Cam Kearney.
Ball passing to Cam. Tommy gets it to Matty. Long 2. Cannot get it.
Brick.
That's out of bounds.
Stepped out of bounds. So the reason Kearney is still in the game with 4 bench players is
Defense.
the height.
Yeah, height,
The
defense,
height, the
rebounding.
rebounding prowess, and the ability to waste out the clock.
Joey Salad into the game for Matty McGuire. Joey's rocking the pink shoes.
Love it. Big failure.
A little bit of broken ankles for number 3 of the Green Wave.
Andrew lost the ball there for a little bit.
Thought about the 3-5 on the shot clock. Gotta get rid of it.
Get off. So we
Now it's a 3. It's gonna be off the mark.
out of bounds.
It should be out of play off of Hull, and it is.
I'll be heading down to the court at a 2-minute mark.
Lucky break for the Green Wave there, and a timeout called. So Abington gets possession with a fresh shot clock. And 4:10 remaining in this game, 72-54 the score. I want to take this opportunity to thank the cast and crew for bringing the sights and sounds from TD Garden in the north end of Boston for today's Andrew Lawson Foundation festivities, the 2020 Invitational. Of course, we've got the returning veterans Andrew Roy and John Mueller. And we've got another camera angle working today, and that would be Mike the Postman Simmons. You know why we call him the Postman, Andrew?
Because he always gets it done or something?
Because he always delivers.
Always delivers. That's what it is. Always delivers.
Always delivers. I think.
He's lost right down there under the Abington hoop. Give me a look out there, Sean. I will. Give Mike some love.
Mike the Postman Simmons with yet another delivery to the viewers of the South Shore.
With a sick view from the game. Gabe's into this game now.
In full disclosure, Mike the Postman is not too happy with me.
Why?
Because I called him yesterday.
Yeah.
And I said, I get the opportunity of a lifetime for you. Are you free tomorrow morning? And he said, yeah, I got nothing going. What's up? I said, all right, we're shooting basketball at the TD Garden. He says, that's awesome. So I'll pick you up at 5:30 in the morning. And it was then that he realized he made a drastic mistake by saying yes before he got the details.
That's the way to do it, though. You gotta reel him in. But hey, he delivered. He's here.
Oh, broken ankles. Doesn't count though. Missed.
3.5-ish minutes to go. 72-54. Big lead for the Abington Green Wave against the Pirates of Hull High School.
Got a foul on the floor here. On 43. 34.
Drew on the scoreboard. Attaboy, Drew.
Catch and shoot three, no good. Offensive board for the Pirates.
Some great defense here by Joey Sala.
Yeah, travel.
They got him for the travel, but that second foot never moved.
It didn't.
Sean Landers coming back into the game.
If he held it for another maybe half a second, his second foot would have moved, and that would have been a travel. The Pirates with it. Never say die. Reverse layup is no good.
You're on it. The mic.
Free throws, the first of which is good.
Antoine coming into the game for Drew Donovan.
Antoine Graham Jr., the sophomore.
Who, in my prediction, will be a 1,000-point scorer for Abington.
He's got 7 so far for the Green Wave today.
Sean Landers, his first basket of the day.
Landers wearing 00, 6-foot senior.
That's a very generous 6 feet.
Can you name the last player to wear 00 in green on this court?
Actually, I can. Cam Kearney, that was his number last year.
Oh, you got me on the technicality.
Cam caught a lot of, that's a hard foul there. But he caught a lot of heat from that, changing his number to 12. I kind of like the 00.
Well, the 00 is the classic.
Yeah, it's a classic number. Antoine's first free throw is up, and it's good. And I just noticed we've had a monitor with the live feed of the game up to our top right. Would have been cool to see that, like, in the first half. Antoine goes 2 for 2. Seamus Schmidt coming into the game.
Can you name perhaps the most famous Celtic to ever wear 00?
Parrish.
Robert Parrish, you got it. .43 left in the fourth quarter, 76-57. The Green Wave leading big time over the Hull Pirates.
It's good to see Abington get their whole bench into this game as well. Landers with the rebound. Brady with his pink shoes brings it up. Or purple shoes, my bad. Timeout. Abington. Looks like Coach Sereno's going to draw up a play here.
I'm sure it's going to be a lot of waste out the next 26 seconds that remain on the shot clock. That would leave about 59 ticks left in regulation.
I'd like to see them get a 20-point victory, though. They'll just need 1 point to do it.
I could see him going for the 80 mark, a statement win on the TD Garden parquet floor.
And this is one of the more high-scoring games of the season.
And what a venue for it to come out.
I know, yeah. Oh, I'm just hoping that they're good enough to come back for the playoffs. I'm hoping for that, as we will be back here. Fans starting to pile in. This place will probably be packed once it gets a little later into the day. As it is just 9:15. Just a minute 25 left in the game.
This is great of the TD Garden staff, the Boston Celtics, Delaware North, the Boston Bruins to allow. I know the MIAA rents out this space for the state semifinal round of the South Sectional Tournament. As there's a 3 hit by number 22, Gabe Spry, the 5'11 senior. Meanwhile, three on the other side.
And I gotta say, I know you haven't been here for this, but it's been the year of the passes that are too high and over people's heads. Haven't seen that at all this game. I'm gonna guess and say our commentator's drinks on that, but usually we've been seeing at least 3 a game.
19-point lead for the Green Wave. With the ball, 54.5 seconds to go. Immediately out of play, deflected by the Pirates. 19-point lead for Abington now, 79-60.
Seamus Schmidt passing the ball to Gibbs Rye. Shot for 3.
NBA 3, no good. Brought down by the Pirates. Never say die, Pirates. Drawing the foul with 40.1 to go.
Fouls on Gabe Spry.
Shot clock will be off the next time Abington touches the ball. The 3 no good. Knocked out of play off of Hull, and that should pretty much wrap it up. 26.8 left. The shot clock off and a 19-point edge for the Green Wave.
Brady Theron burns the ball. Looks like the Green Wave is just going to dribble it out.
10 seconds to go. Buzzer sounds, and we have hit the end of Game 1 of the 2020 Andrew James Lawson Invitational here at the TD Garden. Your final score, 79-60. The Abington Green Wave getting the big victory over the Hull Pirates. John, what did you see that let Abington run away in the way that they did after that first quarter ended in a tie?
They kind of, after the first quarter, they just stepped it up. They worked on rebounds. They started rebounding well, getting their shot. They started playing Abington basketball. The interview should be coming up.
We're going to kick it down to Andrew Roy standing by with Derek Newdall.
Hi, I'm here with Derek Nuttall. He had a great game here tonight here at the TD Garden with the wonderful atmosphere here today. Great Abington crowd. How do you feel about this game today?
Oh, it was a great team win all around. Our goal today was to get everyone in. Everyone here had fun. It was a great time. On to the next one.
Yeah. You got 16 points here tonight. You were the leading scorer here today. How do you feel about that?
Doesn't matter. Look at that scoreboard. Oh, it's not even there anymore. They took it down. It's all about that win.
All about the win, exactly. Your next game is a home game versus Randolph. What are you seeing trying to go to the next game?
Oh, they're a very athletic team. We just got to play defense and rebound. Very athletic. That's all we got to do.
Awesome. This is your third time playing here, correct?
Yes.
Third time. So you feel more comfortable now that you've done this a couple of times?
Yeah. It's just a regular game, so I just go into every game like it's we're playing at Abington,
That's awesome. Well, thanks for the interview, Derek. Appreciate it. Have a good night.
Just for the players, what was it like this experience being in the Garden, and any nerves coming into it, just with the big crowds and stuff?
First. Yeah, I'll go first. So obviously we got to play here last year, so we have a little bit of experience with that. And then we played. Our football team played at Gillette Stadium as well. But this experience was amazing as well. Obviously, thank you to the Lawson Foundation and everything with that. It made everything awesome. And, it was just really cool to play in front of everyone and have everyone looking on us.
As a team, I think we're just very fortunate to be able to play here, especially against a league game. Thank you to the Andrew Lawson family and foundation. It's better to play for a good cause here than just to get scheduled for a regular game, so that made it more special, I think.
I summed it up.
So last year's team played here in the playoff game. You guys are 10-2 now. Again, looking like you're going to go make another playoff run. What do you think is the biggest difference between this year's team and last year's team?
We don't have Bryce on our team anymore. But we're a pretty young team. We got a lot of returning people, but we also have a lot of underclassmen this year. That we got Tommy and Antoine, some sophomores that are coming in. We're kind of mixing them in. So we're just kind of figuring out what we need to do. We're not trying to lose big games. We had to take a tough loss 2 days ago to Norwell, but we're just learning. So we're just gonna try and repeat that. Just keep learning. And it was fun to be out here. Thank you to the Andrew Lawson Foundation.
I have another one for the coach. Coming into this game, did you guys have a specific game plan? It seemed like it was pretty close at first, and then by the fourth quarter, you guys were up by a lot and playing really well.
Yeah, well, I can't give away the whole game plan with Coach Capone back there. We play again in a couple weeks. But no, it was just to play our style of basketball. We talked throughout the year about, ultimately we're preparing to, hopefully make a run in the tournament again, and we're going to face unique situations in the tournament, unique start times. So this gets us prepared for that. Hopefully the opportunity to play at a neutral site. This gets us ready for that. To play, with only 1 day of preparation. We played Thursday. So, we talked a lot about those things, and our plan was just to, worry about us. If we did what we needed to do, hopefully, we would be okay. And Hull's a great team, obviously, led by, one of the best players, I don't think just in our league, in the area. So, we had to do everything we could to keep him in check. And, obviously he got his, but great players do. And our guys were able to, improve on defense as the game went, and we were able to finish on offense, which was great.
Coach, Steve Gibbs, Andrew Lawson Foundation. In preparing for an early morning game, and knowing right now it's kind of like in the middle of your season, which I'm sure it's a grind, how was your team mentally prepared? Was your team ready to play first thing this morning?
Yeah, I think so. It's obviously a challenge, getting a group of high school kids up and excited to, get on a bus before 6 a.m. Is a challenge, but I think that's one of the strengths of the team with these 3 guys here is we have excellent leadership. I think that's kind of what's allowed our program to make a jump the past couple of years is the leaders that we have. I got to the school and Will Klein was already there before me in his car, just ready to go. So we talked about it going into it, how to prepare our bodies, and like these guys mentioned, fortunately they've had some experience playing in big games early in the morning. So we drew on that a little bit, and it's basketball. So we got some food in us. We got here early, got loose, and hopefully we were ready.
What do you think's been the biggest key to replacing Bryson? Obviously, the Player of the Year, all-time leading scorer at Abington.
I think the team. When you came to see us last year, Bryson's an outstanding player, and these guys knew it, and they worked hard to get him, his. And I don't think these guys got enough credit last year for the work that they did. Obviously, Bryson shot the ball a lot, but these guys were playing defense. These guys were getting him open. And we have good basketball players. I think a lot of people didn't realize that coming back. We returned 4 starters and 3 senior captains that got a lot of experience, and they all played different games. So I think we're a well-balanced team. We mixed in some sophomore guards, and we just play as a complete team, whereas last year, it's not that Bryson did anything wrong. That was the way we had to play. These guys got experience, and I think that experience is showing this year. Great. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you to the Andrew Lawson Foundation.
I want to thank you for joining us in this special presentation of Abington High School basketball for Abington Community Access Sports. 79-60, your final score. The Green Wave getting the big victory over the Hull Pirates here at the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. For everyone here at ACAM, our 2 cameramen, Mike the Postman Simmons and John Mueller. My color commentator, Andrew Roy. I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson, and we will see you next game.